what's going on, and welcome back to Brickwage. Now, it feels like I just saw you guys just a moment ago, because my upload schedule was all messed up because of projects on the main channel, but welcome to the second channel, the LEGO channel, where on this channel I've been growing a collection of LEGO Speed Champions that I'm slowly going to be putting on my wall as part of a big overarching project. And you guys have been following, or can follow if you head down there and subscribe, all the way through. And we're finally coming towards the end of the brand new Speed Champions. That's why I've been uploading so much, because we've gotten the brand new ones in the Hoonigan and the whatnot, and we're almost near the end. We got one more, and then we're finishing off with a brick for brick. You guys really like that idea, so I'm gonna do another one of those. Also, speaking of liking brings disliking, but let's talk about last episode. I don't know where my E-Tron even is, right? But tell you what, there was some strong opinions on my last episode. I love it. I mean, most of the people were like, hey, I still like this set, and that's what I was looking for, because that's the thing. You can absolutely still like a set and not, you can still watch a review being like, hey, set back. Someone was like, why buy a set if you don't like it? How am I gonna know, especially when half the thing is building it? How am I gonna know if I don't like a set? If I haven't bought the set, what are you talking about? Two, it was like, it's the, you disrespected Ken Block. This isn't even the one Ken Block drove. This is the non-liveried one. I don't care whether they have that livery or not. I said that it would have been nice if they did, but regardless, nothing to do with Ken Block. The minifig who came with it ain't even minifig came with it, some generic guy. But yeah, no, it was alright. It was alright. I mean, again, maybe I'll preface more clearly next time that, like, hey, this is a negative review, but I am happy if you guys like it, and I'm happy if you guys discuss why you like it. And in fact, go ahead and discuss why you like it. It's great. If I'm talking like, hey, this one wasn't too great in my opinion, go ahead and be like, hey, shit, I thought that one was brilliant. That's what we're here for. That's what a comment section is for. And then one guy spirations him into it. Now, I've been online for a while because my main channel, right? I've ran that channel just hit 20 million subscribers, actually. Sorry, 20 million views. Hit 90,000 subscribers. That channel's been winning for ages now. But, because of that, I've definitely experienced the racism before. But I wasn't expecting the racism to find its way into Brickwage this quickly. And it was some, like, weird slur that's like, it was like curry shell, which is like an incel, but derogatory to brown people. And it's like, I looked it up, I was like, what is this guy even talking about? It's like the stereotype of doing IT and arranged marriage. I got a girlfriend, and I go gym, and I don't even do IT, I do YouTube for a living. And I can't imagine being as chronically online as the guy who put that random as hell slur. I didn't delete it. Some people told me to delete it. Naming and shaming, It was like, and the thing is, I can't even make this up. The guy's name was like Lux Maxing Muir or something cringe like that. Something so Lux Max Mugger on the last video. Something's just so hilariously chronically online, like, the unfortunate thing that has been preying on men recently, which is abusing their insecurities to be like, you need to do this if you want to look better, and you need to do this if you want to look better. Look, I was awkward in school, and then I came out of school, and now I know what I'm doing when it comes to women. I didn't have to fucking mew or mug. I came out of school, I was like, hang on, but let me just improve myself as a person. And then I did. And then I got women, like, what are you talking about? That's besides the point. Welcome back to the LEGO channel. Updates for you guys who have been following the LEGO channel all the way through. The test with this thing did not work. The, like, little sticky dots that I have, not going to be enough. I'm going to need probably to, like, super glue it. Which sucks, because that means if I ever leave this house, I'm going to have to scrape them off, and then I'm going to have to re-wallpaper or repaint, which is upsetting. So, whatever, what are you gonna do? That's one thing. Two, I will say, even if I was negative about this thing, I still enjoy it. Like, it's still going up on the wall. It's still very cool, and I hope to make a Hoonigan that can go right next to it. I suppose I'll put that in the place currently of where the BMW that I'm reviewing today is going. So, I built half of the set, which is this set right here. the BMW LMP. Now, once I'm done with that set, I'm probably gonna get rid of all the ones that are empty, so the tower's not as tall. But yeah, I built the BMW, that one, because we're waiting on Brick for Brick to do the LMP, because I'm gonna do that with the Porsche. That should be a bit of fun. For now, though, we've just got this thing. And that's all it is. I mean, there's not even much else. This is the final one, second to last, and this is my 11th upload. I forgot to say on my 10th upload, which is the last one, this is my 11th ever upload. So soon you'll start seeing the channel shift around a bit where everything's actually in a playlist rather than just chucking out videos as I have been. That's what we're going to do. Who knows, though. I will send you guys over to the build, where I will review the build process of this thing, which I've got a few good words, got a few bad words. We'll head into it. So the build process of this thing was pretty alright. There was actually some techniques used. There was some bits that, you know, you assemble and then they all come together, and that bit was nice, and there was a lot of stickers. Look, maybe it's a bit unfair to the Hoonitron, because I did complain about the stickers on that one. This one, it wasn't so spammed, right? Like step after step after step after step. But I want to say overall, I'm kind of coming around to stickers. Maybe. Just a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, the build for this thing was pretty good. I enjoyed the making of the spoiler. Some of the parts came together in such a unique way. Like, I don't even know what you call it, like a 2x2, 2x1 handle thing, you know, and you're putting some Lego bricks in there, but they're not connected. But it's just to look like a pipe of some sort. There's some bits that are supposed to look like a fuel cap thing. Just a lot of nice little touches to this thing. The front of it. Oh, God, don't even get me started on the front of it. We'll talk about this more in the actual review of the car, the final build. But the fact that the BMW grills actually goes all the way deep in, you know? And all the vents make sense and are where they are. One of the criticisms that someone said about my criticism of the Audi E-Tron, where they were like, hey, it's one of the only ones that isn't a F1 car that isn't just a brick. But looking at my Speed Champions, I wouldn't say a single one of them is a brick, really, right? Like the Mustang maybe is the closest to it. This thing, actually, I'd say this thing's probably the closest to it, but there's actually nuanced design on it. There's actually nuanced detail on it. Then again, a lot of that is stickers, though, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's been a hot minute since I built this thing, so I don't entirely remember too much, but it was a good bit of fun, and I'm glad I got the experience. It was definitely better than the E-Tron. I'll give it that much, but not by a lot. Tell you what, it wasn't better by a lot. But the way that all the different colors come together, brilliant. Because obviously this car has this BMW style where diagonal lines are going through of the BMW colors. Blue, more blue and red. And then obviously black and white are there as well. And just assembling these parts in that way made it really enjoyable, where you're getting the front fenders, you know, one side's black, one side's white, and it's nice to put this thing together, I will say. But from that, I'll take you boys into the review. Here we are, the review of the BMW M3. Is it M3? Oh god, what actually is this thing? I don't remember. Oh wait, no, it says on it, it's a GT3, I think. BMW GT3. It's pretty sick though, look at this thing. I just love a good racing car that looks like this, like the touring car style. I love it, like the Corvette as well, which I'm gonna buy and improve. This thing, it just, especially, like I talked about in the build section, that goes all the way in. You can't really see it, which is unfortunate. but that area as a whole is really nicely detailed. If I do this, like basically disassemble the entire front, you can see that underneath the hood, which just goes on top, voice break there by the way, it goes all the way in, which obviously doesn't go to the actual vents it exits on, but it does give an illusion of doing so. And that's all you need from a Lego set, you know? You're not going to get actual aerodynamics from this thing, but you are going to get a pretty good illusion of such. And that's what this thing does rather nicely. As I mentioned in the build section, I just really enjoy the way the color scheme works on this thing, the racing livery. Because it's such an interesting racing livery from BMW to become a Lego set, you can see like this bit's white mostly, this bit's black parts, and that goes through here, and you can see these are Lego parts, but the stickers match up with the rest of it. And there's blue on that side and the red on that side. Look, I just really enjoyed it. I just weirdly really liked this whole build process. And look at the back there. I just love the way this back comes together. The techniques that have done it, the way it looks, just everything about the way that back has pieced itself together. Lovely. There's not a lot of prints, I will say, other than that BMW badge there. But what are you gonna do? I like it. I really like this thing. I will say, these tires, I don't know how long it's been since they've been doing them, but if I'm buying some of the older like GP cars, it's gonna suck if they don't have these tires, I will say. I don't know if I'd go as far as buying them, but these are just perfect racing tires, I will say. To be fair, the Mercedes F1 I don't think uses these, so you know, it's rough, but they're great. They're slicks. They come attached as well already. The interior, it's really cool to be able to make an interior where one side's all roll caged and you've got the upside down. You just flip up the F1 thing, which I actually quite like the idea of, because if you look at it, it has some numbers on it. You can see which is the number, 5 there? My camera's flipped, so I know it looks a bit weird. But if I flip it round, you can see that the numbers still make sense. I found that rather neat, that the wheel can be used either way. And there's actually some prints in there showing buttons and whatnot. A bunch of good build, like a few good build techniques. A bunch of good outcomes of those build techniques, I will say. Like the spoiler looks really nice as well. I like flipping the spoiler over, and then it looks like it's, you know, it's a completely different type of spoiler. But you know, that's just me doing whatever, having a bit of fun. Which, speaking of, that's all this channel is. So subscribe and join me along with having that bit of fun. The yellow lights look nice. I will say the hood. I do have a bit of criticism where the hood, especially on a side profile, you can tell is really flat. And you may think, since it's Lego, how are you supposed to get that extra bit of detail, making it not flat? Well, I present to you the Mustang. The Mustang, as you can see, the hood there has a non-flat element to it. It has a bit that indents up, which obviously the real Mustang has a section that really indents up like that. But, I don't know, it would have been nice if the hood was just a bit more rounded, I guess. But yeah, it is Lego, you know, so what are you gonna do? I had the same criticism of the E-Tron looking really flat. I don't remember if I said it, but yeah, if I didn't say it, then yeah, look, like the E-Tron might have had some other issues, but I didn't claim, oh, it's so flat because it's Lego, you know, what are you gonna do? Also, a bit of it's fallen off, so there you go. The E-Tron's, it's upset with me, I suppose. As far as racing cars go, I'm glad to add this to the collection. And this will probably be in a racing cars playlist, because I want to split these into a bunch of different ones. But yeah, racing cars, this is good. And I'm going to probably brick for brick this thing if I ever buy the Corvette C8R. Because I want to buy the Corvette C8R and a kit that you can use where you buy a couple extra parts and you can convert it into looking way better than it actually does. It's built like a C7R instead of a C8R, which I don't like. So those two things should go pretty well together. In fact, I like this thing with the Hoonigan because Hoonitron, because they're two brand new, liveried up racing spec cars. That's pretty nice. I just don't have many other racing cars at the moment. The asymmetry is rather nice as well. Obviously, some of these compliments are to the actual car. And look, we've never gotten a BMW before other than this one. This is the first time we've ever gotten to see what a BMW front grille looks like in Lego. But this is the first BMW if you don't count the Toyota Supra. So that's the technicality. You don't understand? Don't even worry about it. You don't want to understand. It's a bad meme. Alright. So yeah, pick this thing up, but it does also come with another one, which is the BMW LMP, which you guys are going to catch in a brick for brick where I compare the LMP BMW to the LMP Porsche. Should be a bit of fun. In fact, I'm about to build those right now. I normally do build. People have asked me to live stream, but I normally build while I'm watching shows with my girlfriend, so I don't like, you know, I'd rather do that. I'd rather talk to her than, look, you guys are great. You got, what we got here, it's great. But look, I'd just rather, you know. Alright, I'll see you boys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I've had a bit of fun with this one. There's not a lot to say about it, because it's sort of, I'm just sort of lukewarm approving of this thing. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty good. You see how the bottom here, these ones are upside down, but that one's one of the character plates put upside down. You see that? You see? It's a nice little detail. It's a nice little cool build thing. A lot of stickers though, damn. Yeah, there could have definitely been more detail if, I'd like to see what a mock creator would do with this. You know, some mock creators have done a really good job at using bricks to make the BMW red, blue, and more blue livery. That's going to be about it from me, though. We are racing our way to 100,000 subscribers, by the way. Whew. So subscribe. I will see you boys in the next one in a BMW.